during graduation, when we announced what we wanted to be when we grew up, I approached the microphone and said, artist, because that's what the three kids in front of me said. When I was in 5th grade, my dad told me that doctors and lawyers make the most money, and that I would make a great lawyer. So I told everyone that I wanted to be a lawyer, and that when I was older, I'd be living in my own mansion on a beach. In 7th grade, I went to the orthodontist to get my braces on. My mom told me how cool it would be to be an orthodontist. So after that, my answer was that I wanted to be an orthodontist. I entered high school with the medical field in mind. After my freshman year, I knew I wanted something different. I felt like I was wasting time, and I wanted to start working on my career now. My mom took me to a tech open house, and we looked through the different programs, starting with the medical area. The real-world experience that I could gain while still in high school really opened my eyes. I wanted to see the different programs, so I checked out cosmetology because what girl doesn't want to do hair? And then walked into the digital media area where I felt something that I really hadn't felt before. I had the feeling of finding something that I wanted. I found out more about the field and the photography aspect of it and didn't want to leave. It was the one area that I felt free in, as if I no longer had someone to follow or some pressure on my shoulders. My perspective had suddenly changed. My life could be what I wanted it to be, and full of things that I wanted to do. During my sophomore year, I'd never pictured myself being where I am today. My English teacher had asked us, what question must we ask ourselves to live a fulfilled life? I thought about this for a long time. I didn't have people in front of me giving their answers. I couldn't approach some hypothetical microphone and answer with what the three people in front of me said. I finally came up with one, and that question was, what is important? We are told our whole lives what should matter, what the best decisions are. We follow what others do or say, afraid to make our own mistakes. We're told that our grades are what matter, and that we should be getting a good night's sleep. Writing this, I reflected on what I've experienced and learned throughout high school, and now I ask myself, what is important? People. People are important. We become so caught up in what we're supposed to believe is important that we forget about what or who is right in front of us. What's important is getting ready for a school dance with your best friends, going to a concert on a school night and coming home at 2 in the morning, finding out what it feels like to fall in love, going out on your 18th birthday and getting a tattoo on your finger with a group of friends and not telling your dad until you're giving your graduation speech. Sorry, Dad. It's right there. God, I'm gonna die. Saying hi to the janitors in the hallway every day because they're just as important as the superintendent. Taking a girl's senior pictures and having their mom bawl when she looks through them. Teaching a group of middle school students about photography and watching their eyes light up at another option for the future. What's important is joining an honor society to give back to your community, even if that means plunging into freezing water. Connecting with your teacher and having her be the reason that you want to come to school every day. Mrs. Murphy, I can't say thank you enough for the words and experiences you've shared with me. Whenever I felt lost, confused, scared, or alone, you made things better. Thank you for always believing in me and my work, and supporting me through so many of my accomplishments and decisions. Imagining life without you every day makes my stomach grow. What's important is recognizing how important your parents are, and realizing that without your mom, you would have never been as kind as you are, and without your dad, you would have never learned to stand up for yourself that one time in middle school. So yes, if you had a good SAT score, be glad. And if you had some good nights of sleep, good for you. And if you did all your work, well hey, you're here. But I want you to remember all the times you've had and the people you've had them with. All too soon, we learn that our experiences and people teach more than the books. And if they were to ask me again today what I wanted to be when I grow up, I would say an artist. But not because of the kids in front of me, but because I want to continue my photography at Savannah College of Art and Design in Savannah, Georgia, with a major in advertising. I realized that St. Clair Tech isn't only about finding a career, but finding yourself. To my class of 2017, I hope that your time here has been just as valuable as mine, and all of your futures are full of what you love to do. Thank you.